don't know me. Anyways, I just dive right into the video. Right now, I just brought home a hood for one of the T800s. Had a driver crash the truck into the back of another pup trailer from another company. So I ended up buying a little glider truck. And so we're going to end up putting this hood on truck 94, and we'll take the 94 hood and get it all fixed up, and then I'll put it on the glider truck. But, you know, just over here doing work as usual. There's a side dump, and then there's the pup trailer right there that the driver that crashed the truck also totaled the trailer. Been a very expensive month over here at VANDUYN dump trucking. You know, the front axle got ripped off. The whole reach got twisted. You can see just totally twisted that. You know, the box is still in really good shape, other than the fact that the sideboards are no longer in it and that top part got bent right there. So what happened is at the pit, apparently he pulled over a little too far to let some trucks go by, and the loaded trailer slid off the road. And because of how steep it was, that's how it twisted the reach right there. Anyways, the rock quarry was kind enough to just pull it out of the ditch with one of their big hose, and I had it lowboyed home. But it's pretty much totaled. I mean, I suppose I could fix it. What I could do is I could cut the frame off right here and just build a whole new reach for it, which, you know, would probably cost a couple $1,000s. But honestly, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to take this box, straighten that little dent out, and then put that on the glider truck that I'm going to be building. I don't know if I'm going to do a video series on it or not, just because it's going to be something that's going to take a long time to really do. But I might. That'd be kind of cool, you know, showing building a truck from, you know, the ground up. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. Kind of like what I did with the old Peterbilt, basically. But yeah, the back end's fine. You know, pretty much everything is still good on it, except for the front axle got ripped and the reach got, you know, totally twisted. So there's that. Yeah, I heard about that. Freaking Mark called me up and was like, hey, can we borrow your truck to let Ed drive? And I'm like, he just got in an accident. I don't know if I want to let you borrow my truck. But yeah, it looks like you guys got that Kenworth fixed up and out of the shop, so that's good news. Yeah, this week's been expensive because, so that trailer got totaled Thursday. Saturday, I bought a new pup trailer, right? And I got that home, spent a day fixing it, you know, getting everything to work on it. Sent it to work on Monday, and then the driver crashed into another dump truck. And just, what he did is, it was a pup trailer, right? And they sit up higher, so the whole front of the hood got pushed in, totaled the intercooler, the radiator, broke the valve cover, bent the alternator and AC compressor brackets, bent the hood or the radiator struts, broke the window. The hood came up into the window and broke the window. Yeah, so that truck, needless to say, is going to be down for a week or two while we get that put back together. So here's a look at this hood. It needs a pressure wash. That's why I'm parked right here, because I'm going to pressure wash it. But looks like it's in really good shape, you know, other than some paint that is kind of flaked off in a couple spots, but it's a really nice paint job. I might just leave it white. I don't know. Maybe I'll paint it blue. It's just one of those things, you know. So, oh yeah, and then the clutch went out in truck 9. Did that. And then I brought it home and then realized that the yoke on the front drive shaft on the back side was basically stripped out. So, oh, and then the turbo in the side dump, the exhaust side freaking cracked. So I'm borrowing a buddy's turbo right now for that. It's just been a very expensive week, very expensive 2 weeks. But on the plus side, we worked so hard and so many hours like 2 weeks ago. So, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. In business, you'll be killing it, and then you'll have a bunch of breakdowns, and it's like, whew, thank goodness we worked that hard, because if we didn't, how would we ever get through these, you know? So it's just, business is a roller coaster, you know? You just got to be ready to jump on that rocket when it's going up. Yes, it does. When it rains, it pours, you know? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, real quick, I guess I'll just walk over to the shop and show you some of those parts that I ended up working on. It's kind of cool to see, you know. I mean, it's not cool to see because it's very expensive when you see these types of things. But it's cool to know that, you know, when you've been in business for as long as I have, you start to see these things and you start to collect them as like little triumphs. You know, it's like, look what I overcame. I came from this to here. And then you start to look at the stuff that happens. You're like, that ain't nothing. I could get through this, you know. And that's, you know, that's basically how business happens, man. Yeah, everything's doing really good. So let me just walk over to the shop here, and then I can show you guys the some of the expensive parts I've had to buy. Anyways, what's going on with you guys lately? Anything new with you guys? I haven't done any videos in forever, so it's refreshing to get on here and say hi to some of my old buddies. All right, here's the Peterbilt. Got the box in here, obviously. Easier to work on stuff. So there's the drive line. I ended up having to take that out. Had it rebuilt, basically. The yoke, it's hard to see. This yoke right here was stripped out. And it wasn't because the nut backed off. The nut didn't back off. It just got wore out. Okay, so let me just show you. Here's the old turbo off the side dump. This is actually a bigger turbo than what's stock. So probably going to end up buying another big turbo because that thing had a good amount of power. And, you know, anyways, you can see what happened right there. That cracked. And then this crack right here was from us dismounting this from the turbo, you know, just kind of hammering it off. But this crack was there prior, right? And so it just got too hot and cracked. I think because whoever owned the truck before me, they probably had it overfueling, and it just got too hot, I guess. I don't know. Or the driver, you know, was just really pushing the truck, you know, trying to make money. Here's a valve cover for the 60 series that is in the shop right now. I got this from a buddy, so we're gonna slap that one on truck 92. Here is the old yoke that just came off of the Peterbilt. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the condition of the spline. If you look in here, you can see the ledge. So this sits on there, and there's a bolt, a nut that goes on there, and you can see the amount of play. That should not have any play at all. And you can see, you know, some of the threads are gone right there. So maybe it did back off a little bit. I don't know. Just one of those things. Here's the output shaft that I replaced on truck 92 before the trailer got totaled. You can see it almost sheared it in 2 spots. Boom, boom. I changed that out on a job site. That was fun. Some new things that I've done around the shop. I finally ended up getting some Milwaukee pack outs. Those things are so handy. Like when you just want to run up to a truck and get some stuff fixed, you can just, boom, grab that, throw it in the truck and go. I also added this vise from Harbor Freight. It's a Doyle. This thing has been amazing. I would do that again in a heartbeat. I should have put a vise on this toolbox a long time ago. You know, honestly, every toolbox needs a vise, in my opinion. That's the way I grew up with my grandpa's toolbox. You know, he had a vise bolted to his toolbox. His toolbox was not an actual toolbox. It was a vanity chest for a woman at one point. It was like, you know, for makeup and all that stuff. Anyways, he turned it into a toolbox. That's just the generation he came from. Anyways, this freaking toolbox, as you can see, it's gotten bigger. I don't know if you guys, I haven't done any videos in so long, you guys haven't even seen this, but I added this section, that section, and then added the vise. One thing I did do a long time ago, I don't remember if I did a video or not, the little rubber thing that this one had, it finally peeled up like a year or two ago, and I put a piece of steel right on top just to be even stronger, you know, so I could just dump heavy parts on there and not worry about it getting all dented up and banged up. So I put that on there, and that was like the perfect base to help tap into so I could add this vise to it. You know, and then obviously I got this toolbox, which is just getting loaded and loaded and loaded down. I love these little magnet holders. Those things are freaking so handy. Yep. And then I got this little cabinet thing over here where I just got some random stuff in it. It's got a little drawer down in the bottom. Just got some polishing stuff in there, some office stuff, a raincoat, you know. It's just some simple stuff. But I had been wanting one of those for a while, you know. Honestly, what I need to do, I kind of need to buy another one to put on this side. You know, I just don't have, I'm running out of space in here. So, I don't know. Honestly, pretty soon, though, I think I'm going to end up taking that welder out. I haven't used it in like a year and a half, maybe longer. Haven't used it in forever because I got my Lincoln right here that I've been able to use since I got electricity in here. And this thing has been my go-to welder. You know, that one's got some long leads. So if I really need to get out there and weld something, I can. But I do have an extension cord for the Lincoln right there. You know, so I can pull the welder all the way out to the end of the pad, and the leads are pretty long, so I haven't needed that welder in forever. It's just been sitting there. It's kind of heartbreaking, honestly, because I haven't even been able to really start it or anything, because I haven't opened up the front doors in, shoot, probably a year or two now. But, yep, one of the money takers right here. So, this truck, let me tell you what. Oh, yeah, one other thing I did to this truck that has really been paying for itself. I took the strong arm off of it. Finally got rid of that piece of junk. And we've been running it like a 6-axle ever since. I ended up selling the strong arm for almost the amount of money that it cost me to pull it off. Oh, yeah, I also did brakes on this. Oh, dude, you ain't kidding, Hunter. It really does take money to make money. And if you blow all your money, then you got no money to make money. But yeah, I just put all new brake pads on this. There you go. On that side you can see it. Just did new disc brakes, new brake pads. You can see them right there. New brake pads. That's when I noticed the driveline. I was like, oh, let me just check this driveline just for the heck of it, you know. Because the auto greaser, this is the auto greaser system, it greases everything but the driveline. Oh, I love the Hendrickson Hallmax. Dude, this is one of the best suspensions you could possibly ever buy. You know, it's super cheap to maintain, and they just last forever. I mean, the amount of weight I put on this thing, like, holy cow. Like, when they say Hendrickson Haul Max, they mean you can haul the max. Like, I've put, when we're doing pit roads, maintaining the pit roads, you know, spreading rock on the pit roads, the most I've had in this truck, 32 tons in one truck. 32 tons. It was spilling out of all 4 sides. 32 tons. They mounted it so high. It was spilling out of all the sides, all of them. And yeah, I've only done that once, and I don't ever want to do it again because, like, as soon as they started loading, I put the drop axles down, and yeah, I never picked the drops up. I started lifting the box and started spreading, you know, with the box only like, you know, a couple degrees up or whatever. And I just kept, I swear I spreaded for like, it felt like a mile, you know, with 32 tons in there. It was so much rock. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're gonna go with the truck as just a single truck owner, dude, you cannot go wrong, at least in my opinion, with a 6-axle setup, high lift gate, steel bed. You know, that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I think, honestly, I don't know. You know, the super dumps are nice and all, but they just have so much more moving parts to complicate stuff. I just want to get away from the super dump stuff. You know, it's one of those things that they're super nice because you can haul a couple extra tons, but you add, you know, that much more stress to your PTO, that much more stress to everything else. It's just like, you know, you start to wonder, like, diminishing returns. Where is it? Anyways, what are you up to, Jerry? Long time no see. Yeah, when I had that drive line out for the yoke, put new U-joints in too. you know. So did that. Yeah. It was supposed to be an easy day, right? I go to do an oil change on truck 24, oil and fuel filters, right? Do that, right? There's the two fuel filters and the oil filters right there. Boom. I'm draining the oil. I come over to this truck to do the brakes. I'm doing the brakes. Slide under there to look at the drive line. Boom. I'm like, oh. Well, that truck ain't going out tomorrow, because if it does, the chance of that freaking yoke blowing up, you know, and then not having anything, very high. So what I did was, this is what I did. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth risking the truck breaking down. I'll just take the truck off the job tomorrow. And then what I did was, is that night, Friday night, or no, Thursday night, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the drive line now. If I wait till tomorrow morning, it's going to take that much longer. I'm already dirty. I might as well just pull it tonight, you know? And because, see, this is the type of thing, you have to have the attitude, I might as well do it now. Why wait till later? It's going to save you money. It's going to save you headache. It's going to save you so much, because here's what happened. I was like, I'll just do it tonight. I did it. I got done at like 10:30 at night, you know, and then the next morning, I went straight into town, dropped it off, and he's like, hey, when do you want this? Tuesday? Because, you know, Monday's Memorial Day. And I'm like, honestly, I'd like it. If you could get it done today, that'd be great. You know, and he's like, well, let me check to see if I got the parts. Boom, he had the parts. He's like, it'll be done by noon. If I would have waited till Friday morning to pull that out, I would have got it out by about 10 o'clock. If I would have drove into town, you know, to go drop it off, he would have been like, yeah, it'll be done Tuesday. There would have been no, yeah, let me bust that out right now for you. Let me just put everybody else on the back burner. That would have been no. It would have been eventually that bad luck is going to run out, and you're going to have good luck for a while. You know, so that's the way it is. Yeah, so pound that like button, guys. Yeah, there's nothing to really show you. I mean, here's truck 24, shiny as ever. It's got a little bit of dirt on it. You can tell the rims are still really shiny. They got dust on them right now, but you can see they're shiny. It took me about 4 hours. Me and a buddy did it. So I'd like to get all the other trucks shiny, but you know, it's just one of those things. It takes time and effort, you know, and if you can get somebody to help you, you know, for minimal cost, you know, then it makes it that much better, you know. You can only do so much yourself, so it is what it is. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. You know, don't waste all your time barbecuing and having fun. Get something done. You know, do something to better your life for the next day. Because, you know, if you put everything off, then you're no further ahead than anybody else. Like these are the days where us people get ahead. Like if you do something during this weekend, like get something done, you won't have to do it next week when everybody else starts. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's just my little thought for the day. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to pound that like button, pound that subscribe button. For those of you that are new, we're almost to 12,000 subscribers, which, you know, for a dump truck channel, that's really good. If you don't have, you know, a freaking woman's body to rock, or, you know, or I don't know, a funny personality or whatever. I just try and give you guys good business advice. So hopefully I inspired you, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend.